This is a company which, at the very least, was influenced by wider interests of the Chinese state. And the question then arises, do you feel that you can ever trust a Chinese commercial partner for an enterprise like this, or, for example, on Sidewell C, or any other big piece of infrastructure again?
Look, it's important we don't talk about this company as being representative of every company in China.
But the context, you've already said, the context in which it operates means that it will behave in a particular way.
China is not a market economy as we would be familiar with in our own country or Europe or the US. It's different. So it really comes down to which sectors you think, you know, there's no complications, there's no problems in. Some are more sensitive than others. A lot of UK Chinese trade is in non-contentious areas, you know, agricultural products, life sciences, or automotive. It's not difficult. I think where as a country we've got it wrong in the past. You had a phase, I think the sort of David Cameron, George Osborne phase initially, it was far too naive about some of this. You had a phase, to be frank, under the Conservative government just before they lost office, where they wouldn't engage at all, and that was inappropriate. We're a real outlier. You know, there was no political engagement. The US has some very assertive measures in place to China, but they do have political engagement. So I think the balance was wrong. I think you've got to be clear about what is the sort of sector where actually we can you know, promote and cooperate, and ones, frankly, where we can't. Okay. I wouldn't personally bring a Chinese company into our steel sector.
You would not bring a Chinese
I wouldn't. I think steel is a very sensitive area. I don't know, you know, the Boris Johnson government, when they did this, what exactly the situation was, but I think it's a sensitive area.